interpretation of China's economy in the first half of 2023. Who needs you, China or the world? Hello, everyone. I'm Mark, currently residing in Beijing. The economy is always a matter of great concern for everyone. Today, I will interpret the overview of China's economy in the first half of 2023 and see whether it is good or bad. The data is sourced from public media releases. In the first quarter of 2023, China's GDP growth rate was 4.5%, and the annual forecast is expected to be between 5.2% and 5.7%. Looking at the past decade, China's GDP growth rate has been declining steadily, roughly halving from January to May 2023. Among 41 major industries, the total profits of 26 industries increased year on year. One industry remained stable and 14 industries declined. From January to May 2023, the total profits of foreign-funded couple profits of 7%, access to 2%, and colo. This is the most surprising part for me, as even almost all types of enterprises have declined without any growth. From January to May 2023, China's total exports amounted to 1.4 trillion, with a growth of 0.3% to $359. When compared to the world, who really needs whom? In the first quarter of 2023, the office vacancy rates in Beijing, Shenzhen, Shanghai, Hong Kong, and Guangzhou were 19.1%, 18.2%, 18.0%, 16.7%, and 16%. In May 2023, the average prices of new houses in Shenzhen, Shanghai, Beijing, and Guangzhou changed by 1.5%, 0.4%, 0.2%, and 1.6%, respectively. Despite the economic situation, property prices remain resilient, indicating that investing in real estate in China is still a good choice. From January to May 2023, China's tax revenue reached 8.4774 trillion yuan, an increase of 17% year on year. Among them, security stamp tax decreased by 36.9% year on year, and consumption tax decreased by 16.1% year on year. It is incredible that while major tax categories are declining, the overall tax revenue is growing rapidly. The secret behind this remains unknown, and I hope someone can provide further explanation, as I'm not an economics expert. From January to May 2023, China's revenue from land use rights transfer reached 1.4893 trillion yuan, a decrease of 20% year on year. In May 2023, China's urban surveyed unemployment rate was 5.2%, and the youth unemployment rate was 20.8%. Since 2018, the youth unemployment rate has remained persistently high. This is indeed a worrisome number, as it also affects social stability and security in China. According to the statistical data on hospital records in the first half of 2023, it is estimated that the total number of births for the year will be approximately 7.88 million, a decrease of 17.6% year on year. According to United Nations estimates, the median age of China's population is projected to be 56 years by 2050. how the world will deal with an aging China is a major question. On June 29th, 2023, the closing price of gold was $1,908.15 per ounce, representing an increase of approximately 4.6% since the beginning of the year. On June 29th, 2023, the price of rebar steel was 3,609.4% since the beginning of the year, while the price of copper was 68. On June 28, 2023, the price of domestic thermal coal in China was 677 yuan per ton, and the spot price of WTI crude oil was 67.7 per barrel, representing decreases of $8 since the beginning of the year. On June 28, 2023, the price of domestic liquefied natural gas in China was 3,974 yuan per ton, a decrease of approximately 35.7% since the beginning of the year. In the first half of 2023, the top 10 stocks with the highest gains in the A-share market in China were MNT Technology, Cambridge Technology, Shuzhuang. The top 10 stocks with the highest declines were Green Energy Technology, On-Chart China Duty Free, Gongdan Medical, Chuanju Zhenan Technology, Micro New Technology, Wabao New Energy, and Kengshino. In terms of industry performance, in the first half of 2023, retail, real estate, construction materials, and food and beverages experienced declines in the A-share market. The top 10 stocks with the highest gains in the Hong Kong stock market in the first half of 2023 were Marco Polo Numerical Control Technology, 3D Medicines, Pfizer System. The top 10 stocks with the highest declines were Hongzhen Fruits, Kangshino Biotechnology, Xinxiao, Kenglong Huacheng, Junshi Biologics, China Duty Free, Jiangsu Bear, and Dongfeng Xingxuan. In terms of industry performance in the first half of 2023, healthcare and real estate construction experienced the highest declines in the Hong Kong stock market. Overall, in the first half of 2023, China's stock market performed relatively poorly compared to major stock indices in the world. On June 29th, 2023, the US dollar index closed at 103.35 points, representing a decrease of 0.4%. Since the beginning of the year, the offshore renminbi exchange rate was 7.2673, depreciating by 4.6% since the beginning of the year. In the first half of 2023, a total of 173 companies in China's A-share market went public, raising 210.4 billion yuan, accounting for 28% and 50% of the global total in terms. From this perspective, although the overall data of China's stock market is relatively poor, it has not affected the speed at which capital is being generated. Since the beginning of the year, the market value of the Shanghai and Shenzhen A-share market has increased by 4.65 trillion yuan, accounting for 5.56% of the total market value at the starting point of the statistics, and the trillion yuan in early 2023. In the first half of 2023, the majority of mutual fund managers representing products with a scale exceeding 10 billion yuan had negative returns, and they had experienced losses for 2 consecutive years with an average loss of 23.72%. During the same period, most of the global investment masters with holdings exceeding $5 billion had positive returns in the first half of 2023. It seems that these investment managers in China still have a long way to go. This is Mark. If you have any topics about China, willing to learn more, please let me know.